Yo, welcome back. It's another HKTD production, and today we're picking up where we left off. The topic is relationship part 2. Relationships part 2. And we're going to start off with taking a break. You got to remember to take a break. Give yourself time to heal. So let's talk a little about taking a break. In relationships, there always comes a point where you may need to take a break. Now, a break can be a break as far as, okay, we're giving each other some time, or we're growing apart, or I lost trust, or you lost respect for me. Taking a break. Taking a break is vital because when you take a break, you're taking time to refocus on you, what you want, your energy, and how you feel. It's hard to love if you're not loved. If you don't already love yourself, it's hard to love. I can tell you that. So let's talk about the book of life. Now, some of us have heard of the book of life, maybe you haven't, but the book of life is this idea that everybody and everything is already written, that it's already history, and that we're just living out our duties and playing out our roles. The book of life. Your story is already written. So in this book of life, I believe that life is a book, and we have different chapters, and in those chapters we meet different people and we go through different experiences. That's the book of life. New and old chapters. I would like to talk about new and old chapters. Now in life you have your past and you have your future. Let's talk about the past first. So in the past, do not get stuck in the past. It's important that you acknowledge the past, that you know your past, and that you understand where you're at so you can figure out where you're going. That's the main reason why you need to know your past, know your history, so you can understand where you're at and take it from there and figure out where you're going. Don't get stuck on one page. Move forward. That's very important. Do not get stuck on one page. Move forward. Now let's talk about turning the page. In life, in relationships, in jobs, in everything we encounter, there's going to be a time where you have to turn the page. Turning the page. You have to know when is it time to turn the page. And I want to talk about some of the red flags that may let you know it's time to turn the page. So the two biggest things in our relationships, in my opinion, trust and respect. You cannot have a relationship. You can have a relationship, but you cannot have a healthy relationship without trust and respect. You need both of those. I've been in plenty of relationships where I lost the trust, and it's like, I've been in plenty of relationships where I lost respect, and it's like, goodness gracious. And both of those just suck, and they almost go hand in hand. Because when you lose trust for somebody, your level of respect automatically goes down a meter. And when you lose respect for somebody, your level of trust automatically goes down. So they're both like, they're 1 and 2. They're like twins. 1 and 2, trust and respect is very important. Reciprocation is huge. Anytime trust and respect aren't being reciprocated to you and back to you, you definitely have to take a break, and you have to take some time in yourself, and you have to reevaluate the relationship and see, where do I stand in this relationship? Why am I in this relationship? And what are the benefits of being in this relationship? And there may come a time where, you may need to move on. I read that there's not a problem. It's not a beef if it's an expired relationship. Relationships expire just like bread, just like food. Everything has a shelf date. Even people, you're born and you pass. You have a shelf date. Let's talk about history. History checks and background checks. Now, when you're dating, when you're applying for jobs, when you're buying a car, when you're picking your classes, anything you do, there has to be a history check and a background check. You want to know about that teacher. You want to know the history of those cars. You may want to know the history of your person you're dating. How many people have they dated? What kind of person are they? History checks. That's why resumes are important. Resumes just aren't important for the work world. They're important for life. Because your resume will tell you about the person and the things that they've done, and their aspirations, the things that they're planning to do, and where they've been and how they operate and how they handle certain experiences and what kind of field that they're experts in. Because Because nobody is an expert in every field, but everybody is an expert in something. I believe that. I'm a true believer that we're all good at one or two things. We got those gifts. I believe God blessed us all with one or two gifts, at least one at the bare minimum. Do your research. Believe the red flags. In relationships, you have to believe the red flags. If somebody tells you, yo, I'm a dog, I like to do me, but I really like you, pay attention to that. They're telling you that they're a dog and they like to do them. We get caught up in the I really like you part of the sentence, and we don't hear the I'm a dog, I like to do me. So pay attention to the red flags. Don't get so caught up in the hype and the love and the lust where you're not reading a person for who they really are, because everybody tells you who they are. Most people love to tell you about themselves, and if you listen, you'll figure out exactly who you're dealing with. So it's very important to listen. Understand your worth, and you can be loved the way you desire. There's nothing wrong with choosing the way you want to be loved. Okay? You don't have to settle for a certain way somebody's treating you or loving you. You know how you want to be loved. You know how you want the love to be reciprocated. Go ahead and wait for that love. Be patient. It'll come to you. Or create that love. Be the lover that you want somebody else to be. Now that's the best way to go about it. Be that same person that you're looking for. It's a hard thing to do, but it's the best way to go about it. Be the same person you're looking for. And this is the relationship part 2. And I'm going to get back to you guys with part 3 coming up soon. This is part 2. Thank you for tuning in. It's another HKTD production, and I'll be back to you soon. Make sure you like and subscribe. Holla back.